Welcome. Today, we're diving deep into the cosmos, back to the very dawn of Vedic astrology, to talk about krittika, nakshtra. This isn't just any star cluster, it's known as the Star of Fire, a place of raw, primordial, and absolutely transformative power.
Okay, so here's a mind-bender for you. We always think of the zodiac kicking off with Ashwini, right? But what if I told you that in some of the oldest Vedic texts, the great celestial clock actually started with krittika? This changes everything. It suggests that creation itself begins not with a gentle spark, but with a brilliant, purifying fire.
So, let's get right into it. What gives krittika this incredible foundational power? We're about to break down its cosmic DNA.
You know, everything about krittika points to one single powerful theme. Its name literally means the cutter. And look at its symbols: a razor, an axe, a flame, all sharp, all precise. Then you have its rulers, Agni, the god of fire, and the sun itself, our ultimate source of light and heat. There's no escaping it. This is all about intense, purifying fire.
So this fiery energy has three main jobs. First, it has the power to cut away everything that's old and unnecessary. Second, it cooks. It transforms what's raw and unrefined into something valuable, something perfected. And third, and this might surprise you, it cares. This is a nod to the myth of the 6 Pleiades sisters who became foster mothers to the warrior god Kartikeya, nurturing him into the powerful general of the heavens.
All right, so what happens when a person is actually born under this cosmic fire? Let's take a look at how this intense energy forges a personality. And this is where it gets absolutely fascinating. People born under krittika have this incredible duality. On one hand, they have a Brahmin nature. They're wise, they seek knowledge, they want purity. But on the other hand, they have a Rakshasa nature. They're fierce, protective, and they act without a hint of fear. They're basically warrior sages, a potent mix of deep thought and unstoppable action. Now, when this fire is channeled in a positive way, you get some truly amazing strengths. These are courageous leaders with a razor-sharp mind that can cut through any confusion to see the truth. They are fiercely, and I mean fiercely, protective of their loved ones, drawing on that deep, nurturing, motherly side. Plus, they're wildly independent, ambitious, and have this burning passion to get things just right. But, you know, every fire has a shadow. That same intensity can explode into a fiery temper. That drive for perfection can easily become an overly critical tongue that really wounds people. And all that power, well, it can sometimes curdle into arrogance, self-obsession, and a stubborn impatience with everyone else.
With great power comes a unique set of challenges. For krittika natives, these are their karmic life lessons, their personal trials by fire that they have to navigate.
First up is a big one in relationships. Their intense, magnetic energy can unfortunately attract some really complicated romantic situations. The lesson here is to be incredibly cautious and avoid getting entangled with people who aren't fully available, or it can lead to some serious heartbreak. The second lesson is crucial. They have to learn to tame that inner fire. Words spoken in the heat of anger can cut just like that razor symbol, and the damage can be permanent. Mastering their temper isn't just a good idea, it's a vital life task for them. And third, they need to soften that critical edge. That razor-sharp perception is great for finding flaws, but when turned on people, it becomes painful criticism. The lifelong lesson is to learn how to speak their truth with kindness and compassion.
So, with all this intense, cutting, fiery energy, how can you possibly channel that into a successful and fulfilling career?
Let's have a look. It makes perfect sense that krittika natives thrive in roles that demand courage, precision, and the ability to cut through nonsense. Think about it. They make amazing military leaders, surgeons making life-saving incisions, or even chefs who use fire and knives to refine raw ingredients. They also excel as investigative journalists, using their sharp minds to cut through lies and expose the truth.
And this all points to krittika's ultimate purpose, their superpower, really. It's called Dahana Shakti, the power to burn. But listen, this isn't about mindless destruction. It's about burning away everything that's false, everything that's impure, to reveal the pure, shining truth that lies underneath. That is their core mission.
Okay, let's head into our final section. How do you manage this incredibly intense fire so you can live a healthy, balanced life? It's not about putting the flame out. It's about learning how to tend to it properly.
The ancient wisdom actually gives us 3 simple but really powerful practices to help keep this intensity in check.
First, connect with your ruling planet, the sun. Waking up before sunrise and making a simple offering of water as it rises is a profound daily ritual. It helps sync up your personal fire with the positive, life-giving energy of the cosmos.
Next, to directly counteract that potential for arrogance, you practice humble, selfless service. It could be as simple as cleaning a temple, helping out in a community kitchen, anything that grounds the ego. It's a direct and powerful way to balance that fierce inner warrior.
And finally, all that fire needs somewhere to go. Intense exercise, martial arts, competitive sports, these are the perfect channels for all that pent-up passion. It's about turning potential anger into physical strength and discipline, which prevents those emotional explosions.
And really, this gets to the heart of what krittika is all about. The struggles, the heat, the intense trials, they aren't punishments. They are the forge. It's the necessary process of purification that burns away all the impurities to reveal the brilliant, shining gold of your true self within.
So that leaves us with one last powerful question to think about. This intense fire, in some form, exists in all of us. It has the power to create and purify, but it also has the power to scorch and destroy. The real question isn't whether you have the fire, it's how you choose to wield it. Thanks for joining me for this explainer.